Welcome to New Orleans and Yorman Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the North Texas Mean Green and the Tulane Green Wave. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Tulane head coach before the game. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So Tulane's offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. And we'll focus our attention on Anthony Brown-Stevens. He is a guy who is reliable and be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power forward. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The run inside. It's Daniels. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Turner. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Selling the fake. Got a man. It's Lewis. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game. You're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Hits inside, it's White. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. North Texas in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. That's caught. It's long. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense set on first down. They want to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
Ooh, definitely dodged a bullet there. Listen, the quarterbacks don't run with the football all the time in practice. They're not used to all that contact sometimes. Have a tendency to cough it up a little bit. A bad play because he coughed it up? Could have been worse, though. Good thing he landed on it.
Left side, it's Milner. Taken down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Keeps it himself. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. North Texas will have to punt it away. Boots' first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Turner. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. There's some daylight. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Daniels. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Daniels. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Out wide left, it's Bright. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. North Texas in the hurry-up. From the gun, it's White. Past the 6. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
On the ground, it's White. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air, trying to make magic with his feet. At the 40, there he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. North Texas really has it going on offense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. North Texas doing business from the red zone. They'll run it. It's White. Powers through the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, gonna throw it. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running inside, it's Daniels. And that'll be enough for the first down, a gain of 13 on the play, and the clock stops for the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Gets rid of it. Right side, it's Turner. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Snagged in the middle, it's Daniels. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Sells to fake. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And, man, that's impressive because I feel like this QB, he knew it, Reese. Like, he knew exactly where he needed to get to. He drops back. He wants to pass the football, but he's like, I got plenty of space to get the first down with a little extra, makes that decision, and gets the first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Greenway! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Across the 25, he's got room. There he goes. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Under pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
These corners backing off a bit. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Look out! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And it's no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with a look at Illinois taking on the number 14 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Illini with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course, so how they handle things from here will define this program.
bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. On target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to throw on third. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Fresh set of downs going to the air. And that one's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Daniels. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Turner. He's got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He's going to run it. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Stepping to the right. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Green Wave! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Breaks into the open. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. I'm sure the offense happy with that free 5 yards. Now it's 2nd and 5. Send the tight end in motion. The run inside. It's White. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The only drama left, awaiting the clock to run out, gives us a minute to check out the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country and get a win like this late in the season, and that really adds some strength to your playoff resume. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking for room straight ahead. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. North Texas in the hurry-up. Hits inside. It's White. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Touchdown, North Texas. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. Delayed give. It's Daniels. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Powers inside. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Straight ahead, it's Daniels.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Out wide right, it's Lewis. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you've got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the sure tackle to turn it over on downs? A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. The throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. Still looking to his right. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes.
fourth.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Second down to the air. Going deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Going to the run, it's White. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. Knocked down immediately. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. And it's good! And they take the lead inside a minute to play.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks.
If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. Makes the catch and knocked down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. They must protect the football here. They're already well within range of a game-winning field goal attempt. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Let's see if they actually try to get it in the end zone or if they're just lining up the potential game-winning field goal try here in OT. Looking to get it in. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. They'll try to walk it off with a chip shot field goal here in overtime. It's good! They walk it off! A field goal to win it! With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level